Today I'm making one of my absolute favorite dishes. It's called Makloubeh. I personally prefer to eat it with lamb and aubergines, but you can make it with cauliflower and chicken. So this is quite a few bits to put together, but when it comes together, it's absolutely beautiful. It's like a cake flipped over in one piece. So first we have to prepare the lamb. I get lamb neck. It's quite a nice tender meat. It's got fat in it, which means that it will just render down softly. I like to cut them into small pieces so everyone gets to have a bit. And this will be put in a pot with boiling water, some cardamom and onions, and left to boil for about an hour. While that's cooking, I'm going to start onto the aubergines, which we like to fry. You can bake them if you want, but it doesn't taste the same. So that's the meat. I'm going to use the same board just because the onion's going in with it. I like to add garlic cloves and peppercorns, like my mum. But again, you can make it your own way. That's pretty much all the prep for there. Make sure you have a lot of stock left because you want to use the liquid that the meat is cooking in to use it into the rice when you cook the whole thing together. It just adds more flavor. So you've got the onion, the cardamom pods and the lamb. Put the onions in like this. Again, with the skins on, has lots of benefits for you. And the lamb. And now I'm just going to add the cardamom pods whole. I don't crush them. This also takes away any smell from the lamb, and some salt. This is going to be cooking for the next hour, and we just leave it there and then get on to the aubergines next. Now we're going to just get the oil on for the aubergines. You want it quite hot. The hotter the oil is, the quicker and better it is. If the oil is too cold, it takes ages to cook and then it becomes drenched in fat. So you want them to be crispy and brown. So you just add some sunflower oil. Try to use something that doesn't have a flavor, like rapeseed oil or this. Leave that there for a few minutes to get hot. I'm just going to change the board. Just take off the top and the bottom. And I like to peel it like a zebra stripe. It helps keep the aubergine intact without it sort of falling apart, but you don't want all the skin because it can be a bit bitter. And then make little rings and fry them. So you want them to be quite chunky, otherwise they'll just dissolve when you cook them in the whole dish together. The oil is now hot. We're going to put 2 or 3 pieces at a time. We don't want to overcrowd the pan because it just reduces the temperature. And once you see the sizzle and the aubergines are floating, you've got to just wait until they go brown. And this should take about 2 minutes, roughly, for it to go brown if it's hot enough. Once you take them out, put them on tissue paper, kitchen roll, and then sprinkle them with salt. It will just take out any excess oil in them, which you don't want to have because then it will just turn the whole dish greasy. I'm just going to add the spices to the rice. It's very simple. It's just cinnamon, salt, black pepper, and then taste it once it's in the water, and a few peppercorns. These will go soft and they're so delicious. They create such a nice flavor in the rice once it's cooked. And then I put a bit of oil just to combine this all together. Make sure you spice this quite nicely because this is really the base of the dish and all the other stuff is sort of the crowning of it. And now I'm just going to turn these over just to get them on the other side. And they smell delicious, by the way. Fried aubergines. You could also make fried aubergine sandwiches, which is my dad's favorite, with some lemon and chili if you want to have extra. And again, I like to add garlic cloves whole with their skin. These turn sweet while they're cooking. I wouldn't miss it out, actually. I'm going to take these out now. They've gone nice and golden. Of salt. This is also quite important for seasoning the dish while it's in between layers because you might lose some flavor in between. So we're just going to continue with the rest of these and then we're going to start layering the dish up. The lamb is still cooking, so that needs to be another 20-30 minutes so you get the lamb really tender and it will continue cooking in the pot with everything else so it will get even more soft. And the next bit is the most fun part.